Hello, coin collectors. What are you doing? Wait for my video. I'm coming. Let's learn something amazing today. Have you subscribed to the channel? Thank you. Today, we're diving deep into the world of extraordinary coin discoveries. And what you're about to hear just might change the way you look at every penny in your pocket. The coin at the heart of today's story is none other than the legendary 1921 British one penny featuring King George V. But this isn't just any penny. This particular coin, because of a fascinating printing error, has been valued at a jaw-dropping $50 million. Yes, you heard that right. $50 million. If you have a 1921 penny at home, you're going to want to watch this entire video, because by the end, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you just might discover a life-changing treasure hiding in your very own collection. Let's begin by setting the stage. The United Kingdom, 1921. King George V is on the throne, and the Royal Mint is producing millions of copper pennies. The design is classic and instantly recognizable, with the king's portrait on the obverse and Britannia seated majestically on the reverse, trident in hand and shield by her side. Over 129 million of these pennies rolled off the presses that year, making them a common feature in the pockets and purses of everyday people across Britain and the Empire. But what makes this particular penny so remarkable, and why has it captured the imagination of numismatists and treasure hunters around the world? The answer lies in a rare and mysterious error that only a handful of people have ever noticed. Before we reveal the details, let's talk about the coin's usual value. In circulated condition, a 1921 British one penny is typically worth between $1 and $3. If you find a crisp, uncirculated example, you might fetch $15, sometimes a bit more. So how does a coin leap from pocket change to a $50 million masterpiece? That's the magic of numismatic errors, rarity, and an untold story. Now, let's talk about the legendary error. Throughout history, coin errors have fascinated collectors. Sometimes it's a misaligned die, a double strike, or a missing detail. But the 1921 British one penny harbors a secret that even seasoned collectors can overlook. It's known among a select few as the reverse ghost double strike error, and it's so rare that only a tiny handful of specimens have ever been authenticated. Picture this. As the coins were being struck in the Royal Mint, a malfunction occurred in one of the presses. Instead of imprinting the reverse side, the iconic seated Britannia, cleanly onto the blank, the die slipped just a fraction of a millimeter, then struck again, but this time with an ever-so-subtle shift. The result? A mysterious, almost spectral double image on the reverse side. If you look closely, you'll see Britannia's trident and shield appear ever so slightly shadowed, as if a ghostly outline is following the original design. This is not to be confused with the common ghosting effect caused by the high-relief portrait of King George V, which sometimes creates an incuse outline of his head on the reverse. The reverse ghost double strike is a true mint error, caused by a mechanical slip during production, and it's as elusive as it is valuable. But that's not all. The legend goes that, due to post-war economic pressures and the rapid pace of minting, quality control at the Royal Mint was stretched thin in 1921. Most coins with this error were quickly melted down and destroyed when the mistake was caught. Only a tiny number escaped into circulation, and for decades, their existence was merely a rumor among collectors. Then, in the late 20th century, a single pristine example surfaced at a private auction. The bidding was fierce, and when the hammer finally fell, the coin sold for an unprecedented $50 million, shattering all previous records for a British penny. Let's pause here for a moment. Imagine holding a $50 million coin in your hand. What would you do? Would you sell it, or keep it as the crown jewel of your collection? Just think. Right now, there could be another one out there, tucked away in a drawer, inside an old jar, or hidden in a forgotten album. Could it be in your possession? That's the kind of numismatic adventure that keeps collectors searching, year after year. Now, let's get practical. How can you tell if your 1921 penny is the legendary error coin? Here's a step-by-step guide. First, Find your 1921 British one penny. Look for the portrait of King George V on the front and the seated Britannia on the reverse. Next, examine the reverse side under a bright light. You'll want to look very closely at the trident and the shield. Is there a faint, ghostly outline, offset ever so slightly from the main image? Is it more than just the common ghosting effect? Do you see the edges of Britannia's figure, trident or shield doubled, almost as if they're casting a shadow? If you think you see something unusual, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. The double strike error will be subtle, but it's unmistakable once you spot it. The shadowed lines will be sharp, not blurry, and will perfectly mirror the main features of the reverse design. To be absolutely certain, compare your coin with images of known examples online or consult with a professional numismatist. Authenticating such a rare error requires expert knowledge and, in many cases, advanced imaging technology. But here's where the journey gets even more exciting. If you spot this error, you could be holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. The thrill of the hunt, the possibility of discovery, and the allure of hidden treasure, all wrapped up in a humble penny. And that's what makes numismatics one of the most fascinating hobbies on the planet. Let's take a moment to talk about coin collecting more broadly. Numismatics is not just about finding rare errors. It's about history, artistry, and the stories coins can tell. The 1921 British one penny is a perfect example. Its design harks back to Britain's imperial era, with Britannia representing strength and resilience. The portrait of King George V connects us to a pivotal moment in world history, just a few years after the end of World War I. Collectors value coins not just for their rarity, but for their condition, their provenance, and their connection to historical events. A coin like the 1921 penny, even without the rare error, is a tangible link to the past. It's a piece of art, a historical document, and a potential investment, all in one. But when you add a legendary error into the mix, the value can skyrocket, as we've seen with the $50 million example. So, why do errors make coins so valuable? In the world of currency, precision is everything. Mints go to extraordinary lengths to ensure that each coin is struck perfectly. When a mistake slips through, a double strike, an off-center image, or a misaligned die, it creates something truly unique. Collectors are drawn to these anomalies because they're one of a kind, and because they tell the story of how even the most precise systems can sometimes go awry. Now, I want to invite you, the viewer, to join the hunt. Do you have a 1921 British one penny in your collection? Have you ever noticed an unusual double outline on Britannia's trident or shield? This is your chance to become a legend in the numismatic world. Take out your coins, grab a magnifying glass, and start searching. Who knows? The next $50 million penny could be waiting for you to discover it. And remember, numismatics is a journey, not just a destination. Every coin has a story, from the hands that struck it to the pockets it's traveled through, to the collectors who cherish it today. Whether you're a seasoned expert or just starting out, there's always something new to learn, a mystery to solve, and a treasure to be found. Before we wrap up, let's recap what makes the 1921 British one penny so special. It's an iconic coin, featuring the beloved portrait of King George V and the timeless image of Britannia. It's a window into the history of the United Kingdom, a testament to the artistry of the Royal Mint, and, for a lucky few, the key to unimaginable wealth. The legendary reverse ghost double strike error is the ultimate prize, a hidden gem that transforms an ordinary penny into a $50 million marvel. If you've enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins and you're hungry for more stories of hidden treasures, rare errors, and the secrets of numismatics, make sure to subscribe to Coin Value Guide. Together, we'll explore the fascinating world of currency, unearth new discoveries, and maybe, just maybe, help you find your own fortune. Don't forget, the next great numismatic discovery could be in your hands right now. So start searching, keep learning, and join our community of collectors and treasure hunters. Subscribe to Coin Value Guide for more incredible stories, expert tips, and the latest news from the world of coins and currency. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Who knows, The story of the $50 million penny could soon be your story. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.